Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a solo guardian game, Scarlet Keep with Hunter. For my subclass, I'll be using Night Stalker. Here are the fragments and mods I'll be using in this video. For my kinetic, I'll be using a bow. Next I'll be using the Edge of Concurrence. Next I'll be using the linear solar fusion rifle. Here are the mods and fragments I'll be using in this video. You can pause to see the builds I'll be using, since this is a very quick video. Mainly suppressing Glaive, 100 mobility, and 100 discipline. So I decided to use the famous exotic hunter, the Edge of Concurrence. Excuse for my pronunciation if I said it wrong. Mainly for this video, I wanted to go for the 300k, and yes, I will be using insult to injury for this video. Now, I was testing out with Trinty Ghoul, by the way, without using that medal. I got around 280k, right? And if I did use Trinity Ghoul with insult to injury, etc., then I probably would have gotten 300k. But I decided to use the Glaive since Glaive is very underrated. People have mixed feelings with Glaive, plus it's going to be buffed next season. And might as well spam and abuse the power of the suppressing Glaive. Well, Glaive, not Grave, but you know what I mean. So mainly, I am going to be taking advantage of the hunter and just spam invisibility while doing melees and then getting medals. So you can get medals from just spamming melee. I don't know if it's a lot because I have tried without the insult to injury and just spam Glaive and I only got around 188k. So definitely to get 300k is a bit strict for this nightfall. And yes, they had changed this nightfall. Before it was Birthplace of the Vile, and of course they decided to change the Scarlet Keep. I was a bit surprised there because I was hoping they were going to change it to Warden of Nothing. You know, a fun nightfall. But sadly, they put Scarlet Keep, and let's be honest, not a lot of players like this specific strike. For me, I would say I'm very neutral. Like, I like it on Legend, but I don't like it on Grandmaster. Master is okay, it's just so long. But yes, I'll be abusing the power of the exotic Arc Glaive, and I'll be blinding certain knights so I can get the certain medal that everyone despises. I had no choice, by the way. I was trying to do a 300k without spamming the injured to insult, but honestly, Scarlet Keep is just too long, and it's just, you have to speedrun it. Well, kinda speedrun it. There was some stuff that I could have done better, but to be honest, as long as I get 300k, that's good enough for me. I could have done and, you know, get a better score, higher score, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So now I am going to be spamming the power of Glaive. Yes, when you are suppressing enemies, you'll have a energy bar, the purple one there. Usually it's white, but I put purple because I like pink, etc. And that depends how much energy you have to suppress enemies, but you can get it back when you start shooting enemies, etc. And now I am just trying to blind this wizard and then spam my emote. Once I pick up the orb, I also have Devour just in case something goes wrong. You don't really have to put Devour if you don't like it. I put Devour just in case if something goes wrong. I wanted to use another fragment, but I felt like Devour would be the safest. So right now what I'm doing over here is I am just taking advantage of invisibility. And I am going to dunk the first orb, pull back, and then clear down these acolytes. And there's this barrier champion that will slowly walk to the middle of the bridge. And I'm trying to stop him from moving around because I want to get 300k and get over it, since they changed the nightfall. into this specific area. You're probably thinking, why am I standing there? I was trying to do the emotes so I can get extra medals, and yep, that's basically Guardian games. To get higher score, you have to spam the emote to injury a lot, especially on champions and gold bars. This is why I don't really like Guardian games so much, but I have to use if I want to get 300k. Not only that, I was trying my best not to use Trinty Ghoul or Lemon Arc. I really was trying my best. It was really tough, so, you know, give me credit. At least I'm using a different weapon, right? Give me credit for that. So you can see there I was trying to do emote right in the beginning, but I skipped I passed the Arc Knight because it wasn't working. So I decided to just clear down ads and come back and then do the emote again. So yeah, I'll be doing a lot of emotes. I mean, I have to be honest. If I want to get 300k, that's basically how Guardian Games is. So now I'm going to be taking advantage of the power of invisibility. Isn't it just fun? So once I do that, then I pull back. And then I'm going to be clearing a couple of ads here and there. You know, I could do melee. You know, I know someone could argue, say, why don't you use melee? Well, there's these cursed thralls, and yes, I could use Devour, right? And then melee it and still revive myself. Well, gain health here and there. I didn't do in this video. I mean, honestly, it was 3 a.m. in the morning. I was exhausted. Alright, just want to get this video done. Because, you know, etc., work, etc. And yeah, so this barrier champion was backing away a bit. I was trying to do the emote. That's why I'm standing there. And then use finisher, then you get all these beautiful 3 medals. Isn't it just lovely? That's basically how you play Guardian games. You have to keep spamming insult to injury just to get a higher score. Perfect. And not only that, Scarlet Keep is a very long nightfall. It's not a nightfall where you can take your time. It's pretty much a nightfall where you have to go very quickly or you won't get the 100k. So now I am trying to spam my finisher again. Yep. 3 medals once again. Perfect, isn't it? Insult to injury. Perfect. You know, with just the Arc Knights around 5,000 points, I could be wrong. I don't 100% remember. But yeah, isn't this fun? I'm having the best day of my life. Happiest Guardian ever. Just spamming Glaive. That's the only fun part I would say about Scarlet Keep is when you are using the Glaive, especially the Hunter, and then with the Pacific Fragments, etc. You can just melee and then have your invisibility over and over again if you have full energy suppressing bar. So yeah, I'm just taking advantage of everything. You know, I just want to get it done, shoot down the acolytes. We got that acolyte sliding, hiding behind a wall. And then not only that, you have to keep consistently clear down ads as fast as you can. Now I was using a scout rifle, but it was too slow, so I had to switch to a bow. And it was kind of a bummer for me. I really didn't want to do it, but I had to. So yeah, you can see here I'm trying to use my finisher again. Then we get a lot of points from using insult to injury. That's basically what you have to do. So I'm trying my best not to use my super too much. Of course, there is let there be light medals, but it's not a lot of points. I try to use it on Pacific enemies like the Shirker, maybe break the shield of the solo wizard, etc. And that's mainly what I did. So now there'll be all these acolytes, all these snipers, and they're very annoying to deal with. You know, if they're just annoying you, just pass them. It's not really worth it. I think I did pass them over here because they were just wasting my time. You know, I don't have time for them. I need to keep clearing ads and then get it done. So there is one barrier champion from the far left side. He's gonna jump, for some reason jump really high, you know, bungee physics, to the left, well, right side. And now I'm gonna try to take him down with the bow and try not to, you know, take him down before I use my finisher. Oh my gosh, this is the problem. This is the problem of trying to do insult to injury. You see how ridiculous it is? You can't really do too much DPS of Pacific champions because then you'll take down the champion, then there goes your points. See, this is why I'm not really into this Guardian games, but otherwise I have to do it just to get the 300k. So now I'm gonna do again insult injury, and then make my way, clear down a couple of ads. They're gonna shoot void at me. These are the acolytes. They do throw fire, by the way, if you don't take them down. So try your best to make them shoot void. And yeah, you can see they're trying to throw fire, one throw it at himself. Good riddance, right? Finally, the fire destroys him. Okay, anyway, so there's be this barrier champion. I was trying my best to not take him down. So you can see here that I'm trying not to kill the champion too much, and then once I do that, I use my finisher and then go berserker. I get all these energy rampage, energy berserker. I get all these cute little emblems for using glaive. So now I'm going to be throwing my nade once again, and then I'm not going to really use my super, and then his health regain. Honestly, that's normal for Destiny. I mean, if you see that, that's totally normal. It happens all the time, especially in Birthplace, Corrupted, well, Proving Grounds mainly, but yeah. So once again, I'm going to try my best. I'm trying to spam emote, and I didn't get it. Do you see how ridiculous it is? Wow. You know, I could have get a lot of points, but I spam all my 3 emotes and then try to use my finisher. Honestly, I really hate this because you have to look at your analog stick, your PlayStation 5, right, or PS4 or Xbox, just to do the emote. It's painfully really ridiculous. Painfully ridiculous. So now I'm gonna go over here, use my super, try not to hit the boss too much so I can get more points. At the same time, I had to clear these plates really fast. Now, just to let everyone know, because I already know someone's gonna, but Blitzy, can you skip? Well, I tried it. I tried skipping the 3 plates with Hunter Invisibility to see if I can get more points at the boss. It didn't really work out, so I wind up getting 120k, so I wouldn't recommend you skip the plates. Trust me, I tried it. I was seeing maybe I can get more points at the boss fight, but you don't really get too much points besides the champions. So it's just very bizarre, and Scarlet Keep is just such a long nightfall. So once I clear down all the ads and I move away, go on my way to the next section. So yeah, this is the power of the Glaive, the Edge of Concurrence. Exotic. I bet no one's even using this exotic, to be honest. Ever since they nerfed the suppressing Glaive, but it's still powerful. I'm not really sure why people said Glaive is a bad weapon. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I am dominating all the acolytes, all the ads with Glaive. With the Hunter Glaive. And they're going to even be buffing this exotic for next season now. We'll see what's going to happen. Of course, suppressing Glaive won't be available anymore, but it still doesn't really matter. I'll miss the power invisibility like the one you see right now. There are other ways, right, you can, for Glaive builds. You know, you can also use Devour with Glaive, by the way, which I have done before on Lightblade for Legend, and it's fun. So I'm just spamming the power of Glaive so I can get more points, and I'm trying to take down this Arcanite at the same time using the emotes so I can get extra points. around 5,000, I think. I could be wrong, I don't remember 100%. So yeah, this is the power of Glaive. Fantastic. By the way, be aware of this area. I did die a couple times here. Well, not in this video, but I did on my test runs. Snipers can two-shot you if both of them shoot you at the same time. It happened to me and it's not a fun experience. So now I'm going to do over here, I think I'm going to use my super. Okay, I did not use my super. I didn't use for my super here, I just wanted to spam Glaive so I can get some medals. And yes, teleportation is your best friend in this nightfall. Very normal in a Destiny game, by the way. Totally normal. So now I'm going to be spamming Tether to clear down ads. Not really the barrier champion since I'm going for 300k. Once I do that, I stagger the champion, I melee, acolyte, you know, take all my anger on it. So yeah, I was trying to do the emote and then he regained his health again. Do you see why I don't like Scarlet Keep? This is one of the reasons why I hate bugs, especially in Proving Grounds, and then with Birthplace, and then now this one. Alright, allow me to introduce the slowest elevator throughout this entire franchise. Yes, this elevator is so slow. So slow that there will actually be ads that you can clear down. So I decided to use a bow just to one-shot them. Of course, I had a spec. I forgot which one I had, to be honest, but make sure you clear them out with precision shots so you can get more points. Yes, isn't this just amazing? The recovery from my hunter is not the best. Just wanted to focus on discipline with mobility for this video. So yeah, this is the power of the Glaive. Isn't this fantastic? Once again, yes, I said that twice. So now I'm going to be blinding the knight and try my best to use my finisher. Once I do that, then I'll probably be using my super just to break the shield. And then do it again and again just to get more points. And the knight's head was, I guess it fell down. I don't know, that was kind of creepy, to be honest. I don't know if you guys saw that. I saw the Arcanite head, it was just like rolling to the far right side and it was kind of creepy, you know, like whoa. I definitely need to calm down with the Glaive, right? I'm spamming way too much Glaive in this video. Oh, I see the corpse too. I see the corpse head behind me. Wow, isn't that funny? Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna be looking for acolytes so I can one-shot them with the bow. With the bow, yes, fantastic. This is great, right? The slowest elevator throughout this entire nightfall. So slow. I wanted to skip this elevator, but I couldn't because I needed points. See, that's the problem. Now we'll be dealing with the unstoppable champion, but I can't really take him down too much because I need insult to injury to get 300k. Unless I was using Trinty Ghoul, you know, maybe I would use, you know, here and there, not spam it, but I have to since I'm using the exotic Glaive, the Edge of Concurrence. Once I took down the champion, I'm just gonna melee and melee and melee. Abuse Glaive. Must abuse Glaive. The power of Glaive. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna calm down. So once I break the shield, I was trying to do precision shots and then I accidentally did the second precision shot on the wizard. My bad. I didn't mean to do that, but I mean, it's really hard to not take down the gold bar wizards. Very difficult, by the way. It's not easy as it looks. It kind of does look easy, I'll be honest with you, but it's just really annoying to do the stuff just to get points, you know. But that's the only way to get 300k. One of the ways, by the way, I would say. Now we're gonna go to the slowest elevator again. Isn't it just fun? Like seriously, we're almost at 20 minutes. I still haven't even went to the boss fight yet. Like literally, seriously. You have to be at the boss fight under 20 minutes or around 20 minutes. Like, isn't that ridiculous? So now I'm gonna take down the acolytes right now. And once I take down the acolytes, now we're gonna be dealing with the 2 wizards and the boss. So for this video, I didn't do the cheese. I mean, honestly, I don't think you can use the cheese for 300k. Maybe on Warlock, I have no idea. Haven't done any testing. I don't have time, by the way. But mainly throughout this entire boss fight, I'm not really gonna do any cheeses. I mainly was just focusing on getting the points, so I had to play a little different. Very different. So you'll see me play a little different. I mean, I have to. That's the only way to get specific points for this nightfall. So now I am going to pull back and then take down a chunk of health towards this wizard. So he's gonna shoot arc. We have arc burn, by the way, or arc singe, or I would say arc RQ, my bad. Mainly there will be certain knights, by the way. Make sure you take them down. And I'm gonna be turning invisible here and there just to get the 300k. Now, I accidentally took down the knight. I didn't mean to do that, by the way. So I was trying again. So that's basically what I'm doing. Not only the wizard is floating around like a psychopath, and I ran out of glaive. I have to keep using finishers so I can get points. That's basically what I'm doing throughout this entire nightfall. So the wizard saw me, I had to dodge, and then use finisher again. And then finally I got 20 ammo. 20 ammo is good enough, to be honest. So I reload my weapon. And now I can do some DPS at the boss. Now you're probably thinking, why don't you use your super at the boss? Yeah, about that. Well, I kind of need it for the wizards when they spawn in. I think it's more worth it. Everyone's different, to be honest. Mainly what you want to do here is try to get a finisher, but I couldn't. So then I tried again. Because, well, I mean, it's really difficult, to be honest, to try to do this while the boss or the mini boss is tethered. So now I'm gonna go in melee away all these snipers, take all your anger, and then the boss almost pushed me off the edge. I had to pull back again and then do DPS over and over again, precision shots. And I had to move a bit. So I was sensing there are a couple ads that will spawn, and it didn't look good, by the way. So I decided to just use my super to clear down ads, and then try again with the Arc Knights. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a finisher here and there. And then melee the boss so he can just pop his shield and leave me alone. It was just floating way too much and I didn't want him to push me off the edge or at least put damage on me. So this is gonna be the last unstoppable champion. Then there'll be a mini ogre boss. So yeah, I'm just spamming finisher. I didn't really have time to do insult to injury. And then I saw my points going to 0, so I decided to just take him down. Take down the wizard quickly, you know. And that's basically what I did. I used my saber, popped the glaive with the glaive bubble. And wow, it didn't even do any damage while I'm using the glaive. And of course I almost got destroyed by the curse throw, etc. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Glaive is amazing. I love Glaive. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.